Right. Good afternoon. Today it's the first day of your biology workshop. Instead of named as a biology class, I like to tell my class as a workshop, right? Because we do the theory, then doing the questions, then next day revising the today's stuff, week after next revising the today's stuff, and next week stuff like same time and giving usually lot of homeworks. Right. Homeworks means this one. And the fastest teacher in the class. Fastest teacher means I am the one finishing the syllabus very usually about 6 months before the exam. Reason is I have some techniques. Because you are doing homeworks. We are writing. You are writing very less notes in the class. Because in the notes, you are supporting notes. Supporting note. Very little spaces to write. Most of the parts are printed, but these blanks are very less in the future lessons, future notes. So, in the class, I am explaining and discussing the questions. Okay. It's like a discussion, like workshop. Asking the question, you can ask a question. Then, as a homework, you have to develop your own short notes. So at least you have to copy the note. I'm not asking you to copy. I'm going to ask to copy the note, but if you can develop some kind of summary, thank you. If you are developing some kind of summary, that is enough. Then most of the notes are written in form. Other than that, diagrams, I am not going to draw paintings, right? But I am using some kind of scales, like heart. I can show you the heart by a small scale. Heart. You have drawn the heart during your polymers, right? This is my heart within 1 minute. Okay. Smart board, it is very difficult to use these things. think you have not drawn these parts in polygons. It is all within 1 minute. Very these are all the pulmonary veins, ovaries, then two ovaries go superior vein and inferior vein. Everything is there. Within 1 minute. Then I am drawing like this one, and then I ask you to give it some time to draw. I am not doing that. I am straight here. I have given the diagram as a homework so that to draw. Understood? That way we are saving the time for the theory class. So therefore we can speed up our theory. If you are willing to finish the theory within 1 year, you can come to go 27 class and 26 class. Understood? Even 26 students can, new students, I am asking them 26 class and 27 class. Or 25 already. 95% of the syllabus has been covered in 25 class. We have more 6 months for the exam. Now our students they are coming for the paper class. We do the revision tools and papers. Theory class automatically converted to revision and paper class. Understood? Therefore, wasting time is very less. Usually my class time period is maximum 3 hours. I am not going to take 5 hour classes. Usually normal classes 7 to 12. Right? With the small impact. That is the way. Other than that, some paper discussions, extra things are conducted even through the Zoom. Like you can see those. Advice to see those, but without that we can do everything. Then I like to know why you selected still yes undecided. What is your like? Yesterday, I met a student. The target is becoming molecular biology, handling the DNA, transferring the DNA from some insects to the humans, human insects, human beings to the animals, likewise. Now, actually, thinking pattern has been changed. During our time, everyone thought about the medical side, but now students have shifted. A lot of opportunities are. Other is motto of my class is usually mechanically not only taking but also coaching. That means teachers are there. Every same notes, same note means according to their techniques, not this key little. But you have a special book called resource book published by NIE, National Institute of Education. You can buy that resource book from that place. Writing shops also, some shops also have that book. Then according to that guide we are teaching. Then problem with the teaching guide is some parts are not clear. You can't understand some parts. Therefore, our duty is explaining the resource book with the help of other guidance. Right. Then today we are going to I am going to explain about the background of the syllabus. Already you have got the look at that one. Syllabus is composed by 10 units. 10 units. Number of allocated periods are 600. 600 periods. Here. Number of periods are given. Then I am going to summarize the syllabus. Look at Introduction to Biology. First unit. Today we are starting that one. Introduction. What is biology? What are living beings? What is the difference between living beings and non-living beings? Importance of learning biology. Tell me, what is the importance of learning biology? Importance of learning biology, as you mentioned, during surgeries. One other than that. Learn about the environment. Learn about our own body. All the teachers who are teaching other subjects are living beings, right? Then all are telling their subject is the main one. But biology means study about the life, study about the living things. Right? What is life or what is living? Discuss. Your ideas, my ideas. Yes. Tell me. Don't do it alone. It is given in the alone. What is life? What is living? You have to study about the living things. First of all, you must know what is living. What is life? Living. Respiration movement. Sensitivity. Expression. Do the science last 2 weeks ago. Become characteristic features of living. Right, you have learned 8 points, 8 characters on 8 level. We have learned 8 points. Growth and development, growth and organization, movement. But in A levels, we are learning 7 points. What we are doing by using, actually there is no definition for life. Keep in mind, even though science is so much sophisticated, advanced, there is no exact definition for life. Scientists have not defined the life. Only thing we are doing is separating the living things from non-living things by using set of observable characters. Okay. Set of observable characters are. By using set of observable characters, we can separate living things from non-living things. Living things showing all those characters. Non-living things showing 1 and 2 characters of those. Understood? Not the all the characters are shown only by the living things. Clear? Right? But life is defined from living no life. We are telling when the when a particular entity performing or showing these characters, that entity is called as a living thing, and which are not showing that one is called as non-living. A virus is living or non-living. It's also not defined because viruses are not showing those characters. We are learning 7 characters. They are not showing those characters outside the host cells. Free environment. Here there may be viruses. They are not showing those characters. But after entering into a host cell, they are going to show the characters. Okay. That is therefore viruses are in between living and non-living. They can't live without another living cell. They don't have their own life. But they act as living when there is another cell. Within the cell, they are performing their other characters. Right? Right. Shall we go to the this one syllabus? Introduction to biology. Under the introduction to biology syllabus. Now go to the actually unit wise. Today we are discussing. Today we can't finish the whole small. That is the smallest unit. Today we started smallest unit. Then next day we are learning about the chemical and cellular basis of life. That means we are learning main chemical present in living beings. What are the main chemicals? What is the main chemical present in living being? Carbon is an element, right? Chemical compound present in living being, main DNA. What about water? Water is the main chemical compound present in our body. It is about 60 to 70, 80. It is vary with our water level, person to person, right? Generally, it is about 65 to 75. Some organisms have 90% of water, like aquatic plants. Then some organisms, like dry seeds, have about only 20%, 15% of water. Likewise, amount of water vary from organism to organism. Then, what is the chemical formula of water? Yes, H2O. H2O is the chemical formula of water. H2O. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1. Atomic mass of oxygen? 16. Then H2O molecular mass 16 plus 2, 18. Out of 18, 16 is oxygen, 2 is hydrogen. The main chemical compound present in more than 50% of our body is made up by water. It is the cells. Then out of that, about 16 in here. And if we are taking a percentage wise, this is about 88%. This is about 11.8%. Hydrogen. The main element present in our body is oxygen. Then the carbon. A main chemical compound within our body is water. Understood? More than 50% water. water වලින් 88% කියන්නේ oxygen. Agree? Hey, water molecular mass of water is 18. 18 only 16%. They taking 18% molecular mass again 16 for no oxygen. 18 16 divided by 18 multiplied by 100. Again is only 88.1. You can ask any questions. Huh? How? What? 18 only. Again, molecular weight is 18. Other 18 only 16 only oxygen. 16 oxygen paper atomic oxygen. Atomic අපි බලන්නේ බරෙන්නේ බලන්නේ හරි atomic number වලින් බැලුවොත් එහෙම හරි atomic number වලින් බැලුවොත් එහෙම hydrogen weight අර අපි බලන්නේ මෙතන molecular mass එක ගත්තේ එතකොට හරි number of atoms ගත්තොත් එහෙම hydrogen weight but hydrogen කියන්නේ මේ බර නැහැ clear හොඳයි ඒක මේ මම කරනවා මේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ කිව්වයි ඒක අහන්න ඕනේ ඒ වෙලාවේ මොනේ රීඩ් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේද දුර යන්න හැබැයි කියනවා හැම වෙලාවෙම රීඩ් කරන්න බෑ දැන් මරාණු වරෙන් තමයි මේ වේට් එක අනුව අපේ ඇඟේ වැඩියෙන්ම දෙන්නේ ඔක්සිජන් 50% කියලා ගත්තොත් 50% නෙමෙයි ගොඩක් වැඩි 50% කියලා ගත්තොත් එහෙනම් මම කිලෝ 100ක් නම් මගේ කිලෝ 50ක් දෙන්නේ මොනවද වතුරෙන් 180ක් දෙන්නේ කියලා මොනවද oxygen 180ක් කියන්නේ 50න් 40ක් කිලෝ 40ක් මොදෙන්නේ oxygen 80 කියලා 40ට වඩා වැඩි clear කියන්නේ අපේ ඇඟේ බලන්නේ we can measure the dry weight of oven then have to remove all the food so that have to do the oven dry. We need to do the oven dry karana අපිට පුළුවන් plant materials oven dry කරලා පුළුවන් dryness එක. ඒකට growth is what is growth? Growth
Yes, of dryness.
As a multiplication growth is taken place, but definition for the growth is irreversible increase. It's correct. Irreversible increase of dry mass of an organism is called growth. Or ever the money, right? Just now I use the water. My weight is increased, not the dry mass. Fresh mass is increased. To measure the dry mass, have to do a oven dry. Oven dry करला तो मैं बोला. But by measuring my fresh weight, height, and my waist size and chest size, can find out my dry mass by using equations. Because scientists have developed some equations for the dead bodies. By using the dead bodies, they have developed some equations and can find out dry mass. Okay. The dry mass එක බලන්නේ oven dry කරලා measure කරනවා. ඒක බලන්න කියලා දෙන්න. 24 hours අපි talking we have given here someone has given me a seed sample. Given a seed sample, right? Seed sample එක කොහොමද private එක බලන්න. Kept in oven and drying. Dehydrated in oven 24 hours. 24 hours. After 24 hours, measuring the weight. Then weight may be 10 gram. Just be 10 gram. Fresh weight was about 100 gram. 100 grams example. After the 24 hours in 10 gram. Then we are not taking this one as the primary. After that, keeping this sample another time in the oven for 1 hour. 1 hour they will now. Wait. If it is 9 gram, this is not the dry mass. Keep in another 1 hour in the oven. Especially 8 gram. Then this is not the dry mass. Another hour, 8 gram. After another hour, 8 gram. On the dry mass. Not change. Irreversible. Then how we are measuring the growth. Then another sample have to take after another. Then this sample after this sample another sample have to take after few days and have to do the same. Because after dry, life is no more there. Dry sample is dead. Our dry. Maybe today and not focusing related to the subject matter. These are coming within our syllabus of basis. Any application. Only one idea can done no. Later, what is the importance of biology? Our usually you told that you are interested about surgery, not only one. Everyday life, our body, how to brush the teeth in proper way, right? Then drinking water, enough water, drinking enough water, right? Then our self-centered, washing the hands before the meal. That is how taking a good sleep, taking what is suitable food, right? Then how to manage the environment, day-to-day life. A lot of issues are there. In the environment which have to solve by using the biological knowledge. Example, global warming, right? It has to address. We have to address the global warming by using biological knowledge. Global warming reduce the biodiversity. How? Species extinction. And the crocodiles, they don't have male and female except Y chromosomes. Their sex is determined by the environmental temperature. When the eggs are hatched at 30 centigrade temperature, eggs are hatched 50-50 males and females. 50% male, some eggs giving 50%. Again, some eggs giving males, some eggs giving females. Random. If the temperature is going up to 32 centigrade, I am not sure it is male or female. All the eggs give the males. If it is going up to, I am not sure males or females. Otherwise, you can check this on. If it is 28 centigrade, other sex is given. And because of global warming, if the eggs are exposed to this temperature, there is no what? Yes, they don't have partners. Only males. So The effect of global warming on the crocodile. So, right. These are the things we have to address by using biological knowledge. Is it very comfortable? Sleep. Right. Under the introduction to biology, we are learning about that. Then under the chemical and cellular basis of life, we are learning about the water, importance of water, how the water molecules behave in environment. Why water has become the main compound in our body. මොකද එයාම compound එක. water වෙනකොට වෙන එකක් ආවේ නැද්ද? තව liquids ඉනවනේ. මේකේ mercury is a liquid. Metal which is in the liquid form. Right? We are learning about cells, prokaryotic cells, eukaryotic cells. Who are prokaryotic? Who are prokaryotes? Maladino. Prokaryotes. Karyotes. Huh? Karyotes means carry on. Carry on means nucleus. Prokaryotes means early nucleus. That means they don't have nuclei below. They don't have nuclei below. What does sound make Let's see. Very great. Prokaryotes mean early nucleus. Early nucleus means they don't have membrane around the nucleus. Nuclear envelope is not there. But in eukaryotes, they have nucleus with the nuclear envelope. Prokaryotes, example bacteria, have only the nucleic material with nucleoid. Right? I will check about the escape class. Not sure about what they are. Then second unit we are learning about the photosynthesis, cellular respiration, enzymes. All those are discussed. Cell division, mitosis, meiosis. It is about 80 period. That is the second biggest unit. Another unit is there with the 80 periods. That is plant form and function. The third one, we are learning about the evolution and diversity of organisms. How the earth is developed. What is the age of the earth? $4.6 billion or 4,600 million years. 4,600 million years or 4.6 billion. And age of the universe 13.6 billion. 13.6 billion. So the age of the life on the earth 3.5, 3.6, in between 3.5 to 3.8 billion. Right? Like before that there was no earth on the earth because there was no life on the earth. Life on the earth because environmental conditions were not good, very hot. There was no water on the earth. Because of the high temperature, the water is vaporized. Water vapor is there in the atmosphere, but there was no water on the earth. That is, we are discussing those under the evolution and diversity of organisms. Different type of plants, different type of fungi, bacteria, different type of animals. You know how many animal phyla are there? Five animal phyla. 6. Any? Mammalia is a class. Coelenterata or Cnidaria. That is the first one. Coelenterata or Cnidaria, you have the Coelenterata. Right. Cnidaria. 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 First one. Second one. Before that, Nematoda. No. There was no Nematoda. Annelida. Annelida. Mollusca. Tapeworms. Again with this? No. Mollusca. Then Arthropoda. You will have learned Mollusca, Arthropoda, Echinodermata, six Chordata. Right? Chordata. That is under O-level syllabus. A-level syllabus, Cnidaria. Second one, Platyhelminthes. Third one, Nematoda. Fourth one, Annelida. Fifth one, Mollusca. Arthropoda. Echinodermata. Echinodermata over type. Echinodermata. And the eighth one, Chordata. Chordata is Chordata. Some are pronouncing as Chordata. So, okay, Chordata. Right? These are the phylums learning under the A level. Actually, number of phylums are not this one. Number of phylums are more than 25. According to some scientists, it is about 28. According to some scientists, it is about 32. Understood? Number of phylums are very high, but we are learning only very important phylums, which are important to explain how the evolution has been taken place. Okay. Then under the third unit, we are learning about the evolution and diversity of organisms. How the organisms evolve and how they are diverse. Plant diversity, animal diversity, fungus diversity, diversity of microorganisms. Then unit 4, plant form and function. And we are taking Anthophyta, flowering plant as example and learning very deeply about it. If you are interested about the plants, you can become a botanist in university who are researching about the plants. Right? Then next one, we are taking the human as an example from animals and learning about the animals, animal form and function. That is the biggest unit. That is the main unit important for the medical faculty. 195 periods. One third of 600 periods whole syllabus. This is one third of the syllabus. Okay, one third of the syllabus. Then this unit give the base for the medical faculty. All the systems, but we have used for the whatever's based on probably biology notes. Those are important for the A-levels. All the systems, systems we have learned, we have learned under the biology systems, digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, reproductive system, nervous system, skeletal system. You have not learned skeletal system is there. Like nervous system, endocrine system, right? Lot of systems are there. Other than that, we are learning about the eye, ear, liver, pancreas, brain, spinal cord. Those are coming. All those are coming under the animal form and function. It's composed by 195 periods. When we are finishing the unit 5, that means we have finished 2/3 of the syllabus. And we know about all the animals generally. We are not becoming expert about the particular animal, but we are becoming expert about the humans. Animal form and function, 195 periods. Then next one, genetics. Another genetics we are talking about the plant and animal genetics. What is genetics? It is regarding the science regarding the what is transferring of information from generation to generation. The inheritance. We are learning about the inheritance. Then molecular biology and recombinant DNA technology. That is the most latest subject. Actually, molecules, electron microscope. Because of the electron microscope, we identified we developed the models for the DNA. Then under this unit, we are learning about the way of cutting the DNA by chemicals and transferring that DNA to another organism. The genetic problems could be resolved by this one. Because all these have special degrees. You can become a molecular biologist. You can become a microbiologist. Then we are learning what is unit 9, that is microbiology, not the molecular biology. That is microbiology. 9. Under the environmental biology, we are learning about the environment. Applied biology is the application of the applications. That means we are learning about preparing the fish, transporting the food, decaying apple company. Kesel ratayawan ni raya tapi kapla last ini apa kan ini lebih dah ekonomi negara ini elo boring. Usually per day discarding vegetables and fruits in our main market about 50 tons. Can be about 25 tons. We can reduce the spoilage because of the aging. We can't prevent, but damaging we can prevent. Right? Lot of food. So under the applied biology, we are learning about nanotechnology, basics of nanotechnology, stem cell transplanting, DOSA, learn another What is 10? This is a summary of the syllabus. Then you have the idea. Then other two subjects in biology, that is chemistry and physics. Usually, lot of mathematics are there. We also for the genetics, some mathematical knowledge is important. Like probability and those are more in the genetics. Here, you have to not only learning and teaching, you have to memorize. Because IQ is not important for bio much. IQ, you must have basic IQ, general IQ. But other than that, writing, answering the questions are very important. Even first unit, I have given some past paper question from this tube. First day, lesson nothing. First day, lesson nothing. What are the break? Yeah, people the way company methods. Right, but biology is the science which is focused on studying of living organisms. Bios means life, logos means study of. Biology is a subject which is very complex and vast. It has been divided into three primary branches. These three primary branches are, what is first one? Zoology. Zoology, studying about animals. Write down there. First one. Zoology, studying about animals. What is that? Right. Studying about animals. Second one, botany. Studying about plants. Third one, microbiology. Studying about microbes, microorganisms. Studying about microorganisms. Studying about microorganisms. Who are microorganisms? Organisms which are not visible to naked eye are called as microorganisms. Then here some special areas of study coming under above branches. Coming under above branches. That means if we are studying about the cells of the plants, that is plant histology. If you are learning about the cells of the animals, that is called as animal histology. That is cell biology. Histology means about the tissues. Histology means studying about the tissues, cells and tissues. Cell biology is studying about the cells. Cell biology there is another term, cytology. Cell biology cell biology or cytology. Cytology. Cell biology. Cytology. But histology studying about the tissues. Anatomy, studying about the systems means internal structures of Yes, internal structure of systems. We are studying about the internal structure of organisms. Physiology. What is physiology? Studying about the functions of organisms. Functions means cellular respiration. Photosynthesis is done by the plants. And physiology. Studying about the functions of organisms. Physiology. Studying about the functions of organisms. Histology is the studying about the tissues of organisms. Tissues of organisms. Studying about the tissues of organisms. Right. Then physiology is studying about the functions. Okay. Anatomy is studying about the internal structure. Histology internal is studying about the tissues. Biochemistry studying about the chemicals found in living organisms. Studying about the chemicals. Biological molecules. Studying about the biological molecules. Right now. Studying about the biological molecules. That's the basic term. Biochemistry. Genetics. Studying about the inheritance of. Studying about the inheritance. What is inheritance? Transferring of characters from generation to generation. Inheritance. Idea है कि ये the solutions are very logically thinking and answering logically. We are scoring about 60% of the marks for the questions because memorizing part also there. IQ is not important for that one. But padan for the book is number. But everything is not no need of by hard studies. You know what I mean? The question is there is a sequence of points. Sequence. The sequence is the sequence. Right. Biochemistry, genetics, study about the inheritance. Ecology, studying about environment. Studying about environment. Everybody to talk. Break your tongue. Next one, what is life or being? The concept of life is not easy to define. Already I have mentioned. Then next point. Still, scientists are unable to provide an acceptable exact definition for life. Despite current sophisticated knowledge over thousands of years, biologists never succeeded in making a complete definition for life. Still, scientists are unable to provide an acceptable definition for life. Life is something special and unique which cannot be explained using laws of chemistry and physics. We can't. That means we are chemistry laws, physics laws, those theories are somewhat explained by, but using those we can't explain what is life. Right? Let's not write down. Let's go in. Scientists have identified. Scientists have identified. Scientists have identified some common characters. Scientists have identified some common characters in living beings. These all characters are shown by living things in their lifetime. Shown by living things in their lifetime. Therefore, these features are used to separate living things from non-living things. Living things from non-living things. Living things from non-living things. Right. Was it? Do you know anything? This topic: characteristic features of living things. Characteristic features of living organisms. In order to survive, each organism, whether simple or complex, must be able to perform certain functions. Following features are the characteristic features of organisms. What are those? Order and organization, metabolism, growth and development, irritability and coordination, adaptation, reproduction, heredity and evolution. Heredity means hereditary characters are transforming from generation to generation. Heredity and evolution. Then within the living beings, these 7 characters are present within their lifespan. Understood? Some of these, not all, some of these are shown by non-living things also, but not all. Example, viruses, not sure. Living or non-living. Order. Order is there in the non-living things also up to some extent, like this. Subatomic particles. Subatomic particles produce atoms. Atoms produce small molecules. Small molecules produce large molecules. With subatomic particles, what are subatomic particles? Electron, proton, neutrons. atoms, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Small molecules, O2, N2, H2O, likewise. Large molecule, glucose, amino acids, polypeptides, proteins, cellulose, the large one. Then up to here we can see in the even non-living things. Omega. There's the organization. Then order and organization is the first point of the characteristic features of living beings. Order and organization. What is order? Order. What do you mean by order? Now here, step one is there is a order. Front office, registration, classrooms, combined of order. Arrangement of components within the step one, classrooms are. But if you are going to a school, security, then office, then clerical staff, teaching staff, there is a order, arrangement. Or what is organization? Arrangement, systemic arrangement of again series of. There is a series. Oh, that means arrangement series. Maybe those are called as hierarchical levels of arrangements. Organization. Order is the systemic arrangement of components within a system. Right now, order is the system. Order is the systematic arrangement of components within a system. Order is the systematic arrangement of components within the system. Okay. Order is the systematic arrangement of components in a system. It's got the strategic way, the way of arrangement, the strategic way of arrangement of components. According to a series. Under hierarchical, hierarchical. Hierarchical. Levels, hierarchical levels is called as organization. And all the organisms have order and organization, right? Actually, large molecules for meeting under the syllabus, this is not given. Molecules, organelles, organelles, cells, tissues, organs. Sorry, those organs are possibly number systems, systems, organism. Some organisms are there only, they have tissues. Unicellular organisms are there. First time life is coming under the cells. There are no organisms with only the organelles. Cells. Cells only the organisms. Organisms are there only one cell. Some organisms are there group of cells, tissues. Some have some like bacteria. They don't have tissues, but group of cells are together. At tissue level, but group of cells are together. Then tissues, number of tissues are present in one organ, liver. Liver has a lot of tissues. Right? Whatever organs produce organism. Whatever organism, there are organism, tissue level organisms, maybe there are cellular level organisms. Just systems. Systems is okay. Yes. Organs, systems, organism. One is missing. It is given here in your note. Lower level components are organized in methodical pattern in upper level to make it more efficient. Example: plant leaf, human eyes, hierarchical levels of organization of living things. The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. That is very important point. Right. Some organisms are unicellular while others are multicellular. Cell is composed of several organelles which are formed by different organic molecules. Then hierarchical levels of organization of living things can be constructed by using relevant example at each level. Molecules for example, molecules, water, glucose, organelles, mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi body, cells, neuron cells, muscle cells, blood cells, right? Molecules, organelles, tissues, heart muscle tissue, nerve tissue, skeletal tissue. और ये क्लासेस से ना कॉम्प्यूटर क्लासेस के अंदर बैठे बोल रहे कि प्रमोट ही नहीं ये ना तो ini rumah kan maksudnya mereka paling gede apa apa Universal class level and okay. Itu dengan organ system dengan circulatory system, skeletal system. Your organism population. What is a population? Certain area. Any other? Like animals, RADC. Example, population of Sri Lanka in 2020. We have to define the time. Yes. Geographical area, Sri Lanka. Has student population of Stanford Institute, Williamson. We have to define the area, and we have to mention the species. The mosquito population in Williamson in 2025 March 6th. Time, you have to mention the time, you have to mention the area, you have to mention the species. The human population in Sri Lanka, dog population in Sri Lanka, elephant population in Sri Lanka. It is about now 2000 elephants. Right? 70, so like 25,000 elephants. Now less than 22,000 elephants in Sri Lanka. Right? It's a marvelous creature. We are not having idea about that. You see such a big one looking out the small island. We are not caring, we need the care. What happened? They are attacking humans because we have invaded their homeland. Mahavali Development Project developing their homeland. Forest. Under the Mahavali Development Project, we cleared the forests which are inhabited by the elephants, and they are repelled to other areas. Now they are, when during some drought seasons and under food scarcity, they are coming to their original land. The leaders of those elephant herds have the knowledge regarding their original places. They are coming, occasionally they are coming to their original place. There is a problem. Elephant-human conflict. Government must be responsible for that. Why? During the implementing of these development project, they must overcome the problem will be created by elephants. First of all, there must be some kind of strategic plan to conserve and manipulate the elephants. After that, have to clean their forest and develop the paddy fields. Right? Sri Lanka became self-sufficient from paddy, but elephant lost their land. That is not sustainable development. Sustainable development, balancing the development and the environment. Without balancing the environment, we have implemented, our leaders have implemented development plans. That has become a big issue. Right? These are the issues we have to address by using the biological knowledge. Same thing with our other wild animals. Macaw means what is reload, peacock problem, so many issues. These are related to the development plans. Right now, what is community? What is a community? Group of species. Group of different type of species which are interacting together in a particular environment. Fish community in Bailey Lake, bird community in Yala, animal community in Arcadia Bird Sanctuary. Arcadia, this area, it is a very famous place for birds, right? Migrating birds are there. Then community ways, number of species which are interacting with each other, living in a particular area. You have to mention the area and the species. Group of commons. Then next one, what is ecosystem? Ecosystem is that also place where the organisms are interacting with their biotic and abiotic environment. Now, this is artificial environment. We are interacting with each other and we are interacting with the abiotic environment. We are inhaling the air and exhaling the air. Inhaling the air rich in oxygen and exhaling the air rich in CO2. Right? That is ecosystem. We are learning very deeply under when the environmental biology is the introduction. Introduction is what again. Ecosystem is a particular area in different species. They are interacting with the environment and biotic and abiotic environment. Our abiotic environment is water, air, right? Sunlight. Then plants and other animals are the biotic environment. These are very important. Biosphere. What is biosphere?
Ecosystems interacting with ecosystems interacting with
Any other?
ecosystems interacting with each other.
Biosphere is the all the ecosystem on Earth. All the ecosystem on Earth collectively called as biosphere. Ecosystem ටික ඔක්කොම එකට අරගෙන ඒකට තමයි බයොස්ෆියර් කියන්නේ. නැත්නම් ජෛවගෝලය. සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ ජෛවගෝලය. මම සිංහල ළමයි කියලා සිංහල නෝට් එකක් දීලා සිංහල පොඩි වෙනම ලියන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ සිංහලෙන්. ඒක වෙනම print කරලා දෙනවා ලියා ගන්නවා. වෙනම පොඩියක්. ඒකම ලියවන්න බෑ. If there are any singular medium students, you can get a lot of note and little expression and writing is given blanks or metabolism. What is metabolism? Write down all the biochemical reactions. All the biochemical reactions taken place within a living being. All the biochemical reactions taken place within a living being collectively called as metabolism. Signaling metabolism. Biochemical reaction can cellular respiration, photosynthesis, breaking down of food, digestion. What are biochemical reactions? What are metabolism? Metabolism is composed by two main parts. One is anabolism, other one is catabolism. Anabolism is building up of large chemicals from small chemicals. That means synthesizing reactions are called as anabolism. Synthesize करना यानी अभी होते हैं carbon dioxide and water produce glucose and oxygen. Synthesize, glucose is synthesized. Glucose is breakdown, catabolism. Glucose is broken down and produce CO2 and H2. That is catabolism. Okay, catabolism, anabolism. Write down next point. All the biochemical reactions taken place within the living being. Right? Metabolism could be divided into two parts. Metabolism could be divided into two parts. First one, anabolism. Metabolism could be divided into two parts. Again, given a metabolism, metabolism. First one, anabolism. Anabolism, passion right now. Synthesizing reactions. Synthesizing reactions. Building up reactions. So, synthesizing reactions which produce large molecules from smaller molecules. Which produce large molecules from smaller molecules. Synthesizing reactions which produce large molecules from small molecules. Anabolism. Example, photosynthesis. Example, photosynthesis. During the anabolism, energy is stored. Photosynthesis only sunlight is energy of the sunlight is stored in food. Right? During anabolism, energy is stored. Next one, catabolism. Breaking down reactions which release energy. Catabolism, breaking down reactions which release energy. Breaking down reactions which release energy are coming under catabolism. During that, energy is release energy. Example, speed up the speed. Example, cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. Glucose is broken down. Glucose is broken down. Right. Catabolism. Catabolism. Yang diwali ini kita masih ya. Orang itu jangan masih. Right. Masih ada. Ayo, kita. Alright. This one, growth and development. Growth and development. Now we have learned what is called an organization. What are the past paper questions? Other yeah. Last page again. Okay. 2009 question past paper. All the living organisms show few characteristics. which collectively distinguish them from non-living matter, indicate four such characteristics. One of the 2009 it was taken heroic. 2011. What are the major characteristics that distinguish living from non-living? Alright. 2011, you know what are the three major principles? Right? And the fifth one. What is catabolism? Give one example for a catabolic reaction taking place in living cell. What is anabolism? Give one example for anabolic reaction taking place in a living cell. Homework. Right? 2018 was the question 9 seconds. Following some characteristics seen in living organisms. Explain what is meant by each of these characteristics. Draw development. Reproduction. 2022. One of the characteristic features of living organism is irritability. What is known as irritability? Right? When we are finishing this part, these are past paper questions. Past papers. Usually, I have targeted the syllabus for 100 days. 100 days, 100 marks. 100 days, 100 marks. Some days, sometimes general idea is that one, but some days there may be no marks in the paper. But another day there may be 7.5 marks. 7.5 marks can come. You don't have any idea about the paper. I will explain now. This is the time to explain about your paper, exam paper. Your paper is composed by two parts, right? Essay paper and essay paper is the second paper. First paper is the MCQ paper. MCQ paper 50 MCQs, 50 questions, 50 MCQ, 50 marks. The same paper has two parts. One is first one structural. You have to write the space given in the paper. Structural paper. Right? Structural paper. In compulsory 4 questions are there. You have to write 4 questions. Every question is given 5 marks. 20 marks. Then the same paper, you have to write 4 questions out of 6 essays. Every question is given 7.5 marks. 7.5 into 4, 30%. Okay. Then here together other 50. Here 50%, here 50%, 100. So to get this in 4 questions, everyone has 5 marks. Here every questions 15 marks. And 4 questions 5 marks for it. Actually, within the 4 questions, Every when there are 4 questions only, the question is then 100 marks. 100 marks will like a missing then you have the point. The points good up clearly. මේ අපේ ස්ට්‍රක්චරල් පේපර් එක 1000 වලින් මාක්ස් දීලා 20 වලින් බෙදලා 50 ගන්න. ඔයලා ඉන්න කියන විදිහට මේකේ 1000 දෙක කොහොමද නෝ? මේ ස්ට්‍රක්චරල් පේපර් එකේ 4 questions වලට ඒකට 100 ගන්න. කොහොමද? මෙතන මේ 4 questions වලට එකට 150 ගන්න. 600. Right? 600 plus 400, 1000. 1000 divided by 20 and 50. 1000 divided by 20 and 50. Ini apa මේක ලියන්න ඕන මේ 150 marks ගන්න points 30ක් විතර ලියන්න ඕනේ. right? අනේවා ටිකක් අපු ප්‍රැක්ටිස්. අනේවා තමයි මේක අනවශ්‍ය කරන්න දෙන්නේ. මේක හරියට හොදවට කරනවා. දැන් කවදාවත් කරමු. But here we have to practice. And this is the one you have to coach. And you have to coach the way of writing this is. If you have a thorough knowledge regarding the whole syllabus, you can select the answers. In Swifty, you have to write the way of writing. You have to train. You have to teach you you have to write the questions, then we can mark the questions and correct your difficulties. Clear again? මේක තමයි අපි ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න ඕනේ. මේක ටික ටික තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ හදන්න ඕනේ. ඔය වලට සම්පූර්ණයෙන් වෙනස්. මේක තමයි MCQ එකේ හරියටම පොයින්ට් එක ගන්නවා. මම පස්සේ දෙන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ට next week after this what is the full paper එකක් දෙන්නම් බලන්න. කියන්නේ අපි මොකද අපි paper එකට ලෑස්ති වෙන්නයි ඕන. වෙන ඒවල් නෙවෙයි paper එකට answer කරන එක තමයි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. Understood? Okay. We have learned modern organization, restaurant, metabolism, growth and development. Write down growth and development. Growth is the irreversible increase of dry mass of an organism. Growth is the irreversible increase of dry mass of an organism. Irreversible increase of the dry mass of an organism. We can measure the growth by measuring the volume, weight, and we'll take by the height. So, balance se anek balance to no better growth take balance, right? Overall, growth is the irreversible increase of dry mass of an organism. We can measure the growth by measuring the weight. We can measure the weight, volume, height, etc. Okay. Development is the changes that occur during the lifespan of an organism. Development is the changes that occur during the lifespan of an organism. Organisms increase their complexity as a result of development. That means you have not developed, but your growth has been happened. Doctor have your but development can your complexity. Yes, you have started that means your psychological changes. Still you are considered as teens, teenagers, youngsters. And you have to develop through your psychological development is taken place in future. Right? Still you are not independent. You are not independent. So what are organisms are started as a one cell, then two cells, right? Then ball of cells. Then after that these cells are what is one cell? These new cells are modified to do different functions. Some cells become neurons, some cells becoming blood cells, some cells becoming bone cells. Understood? That is development. Initial organism after the growth they have to develop. With the development, complexity is increased. Right? Different type of cells. The plants are in meristematic tissue, dividing cells. From those parenchyma, parenchyma, sclerenchyma. Then xylem, phloem. Different type of cells. Development is the changes that occur during the lifespan of an organism. Organisms increase their complexity as a result of development. Organisms gain their development through ordered sequence of progressive changes. Organisms gain their development through ordered sequence of progressive changes taken place within an organism. Growth and development are two consequent processes that happen in the lifespan of organisms. Growth and development are two consequent processes that happen in the lifespan of organisms. Right? So that's it. Atau nanti nonton, kita pilih coordination kerana peluang. What is irritability? What ability to respond to a external stimulation, respond to a stimulation, ability of responding to a stimulation. What is a stimulation? What is a stimulus? What is a stimulus? Change in the environment. Environment may be internal or external. Change of tendency. When I am asking the question, you are responding. Stimulation is not question, sound. That is the environment sound is changing. Understood? You may not. Irritability. Ability to respond to a stimulation is called as irritability. And what is stimulus? Then you know what is a stimulus? Environmental change which can develop a response. Alright? Environmental changes, but if there is no any response, that is not a stimulus. If some are not hearing the sound, we can't hear some sounds, but dogs can hear. That is frequency. That is related to frequency. Even though it is becoming a stimulus to what is bats, it is not a stimulus to us. Right? And again, organism to organism responses are different. Their ability of gaining the stimulations are different. Same. But irritability is the ability to responding to stimulation. The stimulation can stimulus is a change in the environment which can cause the response. Right? Movement of organisms occur as a result of irritability and coordination. In animals, this happens as a result of coordinated efforts of Piccoli nervous system, simple B hormone endocrine system, Piccoli nervous system, simple B endocrine system, simple C muscular system, simple D skeletal system. Simple D skeletal, C A nervous, B endocrine, C muscular, D skeletal. Adaptation. What is adaptation? That is evolution can adapt to the environment. When I am asking,
How the organism responses
actually change of the behavior structure, again, structure, physiology, behavior. Change can what term is peculiarity. Change adaptation or peculiarity. Peculiarity. If that is write down change. Change. Close to bracket. A change of structure, physiology or behavior. A peculiarity of structure, physiology or behavior that promotes the likelihood of an organism's survival and reproduction in the particular environment. Survival and reproduction in the particular environment. And you can't live here like as home. You can't keep your legs on the table. And you can't remove your nose. Right? You can't go out as you wish. Right? Then it is not adaptation. You have to adapt to this situation to survive, to continue the class. Understood? Peculiarity of behavior, anatomy, physiology, and internal structure is key. Some animals like you have heard about Sherpa. Who are Sherpa? Sherpa means who are the it is a tribe helping to the Everest climbers. Why? they have their body and environment, cold environment in Everest, Mount Everest. How? When we are going up, when the elevation is increased, oxygen decrease, even orally oxygen level is reduced. When the oxygen level is reduced within our body, more red blood cells are produced. If you are going to orally and living about more than 2 weeks, like bone marrow start to produce more red blood cells because oxygen lack there than clump. Because not of environmental pollution or anything. Because of the elevation, oxygen concentration is low. They were Mount Everest, they have to use the oxygen. Yes, oxygen masks. You have to bring the oxygen cylinders. Yeah. Otherwise, you can't survive more than I think 2-3 hours without oxygen. Therefore, but genetically, when the Sherpa tribe is, they are living in that closer to the Mount Everest in higher elevation. Genetically, they have needs to produce more red blood cells. And adaptation, anatomy, physiology. Anatomy is internal development of the internal structure. Physiology means internal functions like chemical reactions. Those are very important. And adaptation. So, we can give an example. Sunken stomata in xerophytes. Xerophytes means plants living in deserts. In dry conditions. Xerophytes. Sunken stomata. Sunken stomata reduce the transpiration loss. Bilirubin putica. Bilirubin putica is water loss. Sunken stomata reduce the water loss by transpiration. Next one. Viviparity in some mangroves. Viviparity means the plant produce, even though fruit is attached to the tree, fruit is attached to the tree, seeds are germinated and plant was developed. A fruit is plant. I have given the diagram. When the fruit is shedding from the plant, right, with that plant, root system and shoot system is developed. Look at the diagram. Whether protecting radical roots leaves. Why this is happen? Mangrove vegetation low low water. If the fruit is fall under the water, it is decaying, degenerating. Then when it plant it is attached to the bottom of the water and Kerala plant. This is Sonoratia. So they have viviparity. Viviparity can be viviparous animals. We are viviparous. Why? Delivering the small ones. Viviparous is oviparous. Oviparous. Oviparous can be egg layers. Oviparous. Oviparous. Viviparous. Viviparous. Delivering babies. Producing a baby plant. Oviparous. Egg layers. Birds are oviparous. Oviparous. Ovoviviparous. Reptiles, especially the crocodile, not crocodiles, snakes. Snakes, they are laying the eggs. We actually know development and a king. Why egg is hatched within the mother's body. Before laying the eggs within the mother's body, egg is hatched. Therefore, embryo is developed. Fetus again embryo developed. But chicks, fowls, it should be hatched by the king. During that period, what is the young one is developed. Chicks are developed within the egg. But in snakes, some snakes, egg is developed within the mother's body, and when they are laying the eggs, within that small snakes are there. Clear again? Look at oviparous. You have learned 3 terms. Oviparous, viviparous, oviparous. Clear the same? Next day I am asking. Check in. The oviparous can be the viviparous, oviparous. You can make an example. How do you give examples? Viviparous occurs when seeds or embryos begin to develop before they detach from the mother plant. Splayed out food in camels. Camels have splayed out food. Why? If they don't have splayed out food, they can have visiting clean. Same country, some country, sand because pressure high. So they have spread to like muscle, they can walk on the sand. Right? So that one, they have run that one. The sunken stomata. Sunken stomata is given in the diagram. Here,